are as many asshole millennials as asshole boomers. Millennials, at least on Reddit and Twitter, act like they're righting past wrongs and wonderfully tolerant and compassionate, unlike those stupid selfish boomers, while blaming every bad thing they do on what the boomers did to the world, yet see no problem with ostracizing anyone who doesn't reflect their views or cyberbullying people because they deserve it.
There's a lot of assholes from every generation. People are just assholes.
Ah yes, the do better but don't make me explain why, or else it's emotional labor which requires £20 in my Venmo account mob.
There's just as many asshole Gen Z too.
Asshole parents raise a-hole kids. The idea that these numbers shift is cute.
The boomers are the grandparents, most times, of the millennials. So that proves your point. The apple doesn't fall far from the tree.
Assholiness cannot be confined to a generation. The type of asshole may vary, but every time period has its assholes.
Millennials who blame every boomer for everything wrong with their are just as bad as boomers who see every millennial as entitled shits.
There are no generations, nobody cares.
This could be summarized in one sentence. Humans are generally assholes.
Dude, we all fucking suck. Boomers, zoomers, millennials, and everything in between.
Okay, boomer.
There are assholes in every generation. I do think that millennials tend to be nicer though, because they're generally more understanding of people in their same age group, and it's pretty generally accepted that people should respect their elders. Boomers tend to look down on younger generations and get frustrated with service employees when corporate makes stupid rules like charging for water, or needing a credit card for call-in orders over a certain price. I'm not saying that no millennials suck though. 99% of the time when there's an asshole driver, it's someone that's pretty young. I think that millennials tend to be more in their head and inconsiderate of others, but boomers project their anger when they're upset instead of just moving on. I'm not saying that millennials aren't assholes, just that they're assholes in a less assholey way, making them less of a bane to society. Basically, everyone sucks, but boomers are rude as hell.
Probably more, but it's a different kind of asshole. Boomers are the asshole who takes 2 handicapped spots with a big truck. Millennials are the asshole who holds the door when you're real far away, and make you feel obligated to run.
The problem is ignorance. It's ignorant to say millennials should just get a job and they'll be fine, just like it's ignorant to say boomers shouldn't be allowed to vote.
There are assholes in every gen, but boomers and millennials do it differently. Gen Zers though are perfect and sick of hearing shit about both your stank asses. J.K. lol. Not really kidding. Gen X rules forever. 1. I really just wish everyone would work on being more self-aware in public. Stop looking at your phone if you're walking on an escalator. You tend to go slow and all over the place and stop randomly when others are behind you.
On social media, the asshole millennials outnumber all.
Like Roy said, people, what a bunch of bastards.
I think the labels are fucking stupid either way.
Surely there is always an even proportion of assholes in every generation. They just present in different ways.
If we assume that there are the same number of asshole millennials as there are asshole boomers, then given that millennials are the larger generation, then that means that the overall percentage of asshole millennials is smaller than the percentage of asshole boomers.
Gee, it's almost like older generations' assholery gets passed down somehow.
It's amazing to see the hippies and the hipsters argue for the exact same things. The punks are just in the middle, all stoked that at least they practically killed cable.
I hate the full generation versus generation mentality. I think there is assholes in every walk of life, and that is the be-all and end-all.
It's the circle of life, man. Every generation will insult the one prior to them.
I think every generation has their fair share of assholes. The boomers are probably just slightly more assholey cause they're old and being old sucks. I fucking hate those people who are like my generation is the best, last, only good generation.
What does boomer mean?
More.
Lol yaks going around spamming OK boomer on every post.
TBH, I don't know what are boomers, Gen Z, millennials.
OK boomer.
As we speak, asshole millennials are overtaking boomers in numbers. They ain't getting any younger.
Assholes comes in all shapes, sizes, colors and genders.
Undoubtedly. A lot of millennials develop a very self-righteous attitude, where they believe they're the hero of the story, when in reality they're just making shit worse. A good example were those idiots who tried to blame Chelsea Clinton for the Christchurch shooting last year. Or the fuckers here in the UK that want to rip down Churchill's statue.
I would say there's more. Seems that there is a high rate of narcissism based on the way people behave. It would be interesting to see a study done on it. Also, I would add that the ideas coming from our generation would be far more detrimental than anything the boomers have done.
Okay, boomer.
Found the butthurt boomer.
Maybe more since the boomers are dying off now. My only problem with millennials the past few years is I get tired of hearing them bitch about Trump and claim anyone who voted for him as evil. When you can look at the world and seriously convince yourself half of everybody in your country is the definition of evil, maybe the problem isn't everyone else. Anyway, if you guys got your shit together and just all went out and voted, you could elect anybody you wanted. If Trump wins in the next election, it will probably be because a lot of that generation stayed home on election day.
Okay, boomer.
Opinions are just like assholes.
Agreed, if not more asshole millennials.